We have a question from Peter. Peter says this: do you think the RKC certification is worth doing for someone who doesn't have any intention of being a personal trainer? Peter, that's okay. At first, it was like, I hate it when people ask me if a cert that I do is worth it. And because it kind of hurts your feelings. It's like, hey, Dan, you teach history. Yeah, I do. Is there any value in history? It kind of breaks your a little hard. The best candidates, I got to be careful about. A lot of the best candidates I've ever had in the RKC are people who are just there to learn. And it's interesting because very often those are the people who end up making intentional communities, buying some bells, having their friends come over every Saturday, taking their bells up to a park and training with friends. So yeah, I think so. Now you have to be careful because I get paid to do this. So, when you get paid, I'm a barker at a carnival. Hey, step right up, little boy. Come here, Peter. Try your luck. I don't know why I did that. I saw that you are doing an RKC in Roseville, California in May. I am, and it seems like it would be a great experience. I am hesitant because it's pretty expensive. For the same price, I get about 10 sessions with a good trainer at home or a round trip to Buenos Aires. Okay. What are your thoughts on who should do the RKC and the factors you would consider when making that decision? Well, I can't give you too much because I don't want to, I know this, Peter, that the students that I taught at Juan Diego who actually listen and many of them have gone on to become trainers and stuff. And they have said that even though I taught them all kinds of great stuff, more than my graduating 17 and 18-year-olds knew more about training than the bulk of the people who have the sign in their door, personal trainer or strength coach. They learned a lot. But those who went on to do certs came back and said an interesting thing. They couldn't hear me. They needed to hear somebody else say it. So the one thing that helps, Peter, is that you're going to get other voices, and maybe one of them is going to say something that makes you go, oh, I get it now. And whenever I have someone say, oh, I get it now, I always take out and I write that in my notes too. And I save that. Whatever the person said, I save that for future reference. So the biggest thing you're going to miss, Peter, is the communal nature of learning the hinge, the squat with other people. One person's confusion might illuminate you. So, and that by itself is the reason you do it. When I used to teach at that discus camp, the John Powell discus camp, and here's our coffee mugs from our 25th anniversary. One of the things the athletes would tell me is that for the first time in their life, when they said, let's go throw, 20, 30, 40 people said, I'll go with you. People who are exhausted would say, I can't throw, but I'm going to go down and hang out and watch. And that kind of communal interaction with someone who has the passion that you do is just illuminating. Now, at the same time, I don't believe in this idea called a room full of mirrors. Like, I would never want to be in a gym with nothing but 22-year-old, people who are getting in shape to go to Cancun for spring break. That would be a nightmare for me, actually. We call that a room full of mirrors. Everyone looks the exact same. But what's nice about the RKC is, I've taught people in their 70s at the RKC. And of course, my daughter at one time, Kelly, was the youngest person to ever get the RKC. She had just turned 18. She had just turned 18. So, you might have someone like we had the head of one of the SEAL teams partner with one of my interns. They partnered the whole weekend. And the problem with that is, I love my intern, and I have, but this guy also was an offensive lineman for the Naval Academy. And by the end of the weekend, Parker said he was just so exhausted because this guy's engine was so massive. But here's the thing: for the rest of Parker's, career, he's going to have an insight about how some engines are bigger than others. So just something that simple. Or if you're trying to stretch somebody out who's got a traffic accident in their leg, or you're trying to work with somebody who's got this or that, it'll be illuminating for you long term. I don't want to convince you, Peter, but if I see you there, it'll be nice. Thank you.